at Woodstock Guitar Guy. A beautiful sunny winter snowy day here in Woodstock, New York. And we're going to talk about, first I wanted to just a shout out. I've got the logo up here on the wall. And you may notice I'm also wearing the logo. Look at that. I've got the hoodie. And hey, pretty soon we're going to have t-shirts, folks. If you just love this show so much and you have to have a Woodstock Guitar Guy t-shirt, we're going to have them here pretty soon. Give me a couple of weeks maybe, and we'll have a few t-shirts. Might be fun. Why not? Hey, spread the word, as they say. We're here to talk about budget guitars. We're here to talk about modifying guitars. We're here to talk about ways you can save money and come up with a really great guitar. And also, occasionally we talk about really good guitars that cost a lot of money. And there's a few of those around here too, which is fun. I'm here today with guilds. I've got two guilds. I got one in the case, which is my acoustic D50, which we're not going to talk about today. We'll do that some other day. I've had that guitar since 1978, and it's been my absolute companion in life for most of my life. Great acoustic guitar, still a great acoustic guitar, and I've probably refretted it 3 times now, or had it refretted. I didn't do it myself, but I wear the frets out on that thing. It's just a fabulous guitar. It was built in Westerly, Rhode Island. But that's not what these guilds are. These are Indonesian, Chinese maybe. Let's see what it says here. There's a little tag on this one on the back. It says, made in China. So this is a copy of an older model of a Guild Electric, which I couldn't afford. They're, I don't know, $3,000 now to buy one of the originals. This was on sale. It was brand new, but it had a bad pickup. And I found it on eBay, and I got them down. I think I paid about $325 plus shipping, or maybe $300 plus shipping. It was pretty reasonable. No case, but that's okay. I got plenty of cases. And I bought it because it said it was chambered, which meant that these parts of the guitar were hollowed out. It's mahogany, but with chambers. And I bought it because I really like the single cutaway style, and I like Les Paul all the way. I played one for many years. But the weight of the guitar is what really weights me down. And I prefer a lighter guitar these days. The lighter, the better. So I bought this online on eBay, just thinking, well, maybe it'll just be really light. And it came here, and sure enough, the neck pickup did not work. Everything I tried, wiring, I opened it up in the back. I did everything. That pickup was dead, which I just pulled it. And then I pulled the other one, and then I got a pair of Seymour Duncan pearly gates and put them in here, which is what you heard coming in, and you'll hear a little of it going out. But the weight was, it's still a heavy guitar. It was not a light guitar. It might be half a pound lighter than my Les Paul, which I didn't consider to be that big of a deal, actually. I wouldn't call it light. This is it's a pretty substantial guitar. Now, is it well made? Yes. This guitar is extremely well made. As you can see right here, there's the Guild logo. I went through it and I changed the tuners, which is a whole other story. I put new tuners on there. It comes with the open back tuners. You'll see them on the other guild I have here. This one's been modified. The other one is completely stock. I haven't touched it, and I'll show you that in a minute. But this is the Aristocrat HH. And it's in Bristol Fog, I think they call this, the finish. And look, it's a great guitar. Don't get me wrong. They've done a really fabulous job. The neck is beautiful. It's not overly slim, but it is slim. It feels like a guild neck. They totally captured the essence of these guitars. And it plays great. Now, a couple of things about it I'm not crazy about, but I'm working on it. One is I like to use 10 gauge guitar strings, and you know, they're a little heavier than 9s, not much, tiny bit. But I think this guitar was designed for 9s because it, you know, it's got this, what they call the harp tailpiece. And you can see it's a little shorter on the high end, which should make those strings a little bit easier to bend. It's still quite a bit stiffer than the Les Paul I have here, okay? Les Paul is like dreamy, you know, just like, you can bend notes all day and night and, you know, you hardly even feel it. But for some reason, this has, it's stiff. It's good. It's playable. So what I'm thinking I'm going to try doing maybe is swapping out the bridge with a roller ball, like a Geiger roller ball bridge, and just see if that doesn't loosen it up a little bit more. I don't want to replace the tailpiece, but I guess if needed, I could do that too. But if anyone has a suggestion or a comment or some idea of how I could just loosen up the action here a little bit without going to 9s, that would be great. I can always switch out to 9s too, but it's a beautiful guitar. I kind of screwed up when I did the tuners. I bought a set of, you know, I think they're even Geigers. But they're the expensive ones. They're not lockers, but they've got the they look like the old style Grover tuners, you know. And I went ahead and I started, and it turns out that the shaft on the tuner was thicker than the holes. These holes were vintage holes, and of course I just started reaming them out and making them bigger and bigger. It turned it into a much bigger project than I had anticipated. I learned my lesson on that one. I had to work pretty hard to get these on there, you know. But once you had started, I mean, I couldn't go back. So that's what happened there. Now I'm going to show you this other one I've got. And this one is a M75. It's also a Guild, as you can see. It's got P90s. It's got comes with these P-Franz P90s, which, by the way, sound fabulous. They really do. They sound great. And it's got the same bridge, got the same kind of inexpensive, Tune-o-matic. Got the cool retro knobs on it. And as you can see, this one's got the open back tuners, which I left on here. Gold, by the way. I left these open backs. They seem to work. But this guitar, this guitar is very light, and it is hollow, you know. I think there might be a little bit of a block in the middle, maybe, but there's no access panel in the back. I'm not even going to mess with this. This thing is staying exactly the same as it came because it sounds great. And for some reason, it bends better too, and I don't know why. Now maybe you can explain it if you happen to know the answer to this. Same string length, same bridge as the other guitar, same tailpiece as the other guitar, but it's got a little bit more flexibility, let's say. Plus, you can play it acoustically, and it sounds good, You can sit on the couch and jam out. And this is the go-to guitar. This guitar, very light. I would say it's probably around 3.5 pounds, maybe, at the most. The other one, I would put it somewhere around 8.5, 8.25, something. It's very close to the Les Paul. And this, I could wear this all night and rock out, and I wouldn't even feel it. So it's kind of like just having an acoustic guitar. This is the M75. Now these are, I think if you find an original Guild M75, and here's the headstock right there. If you find an original, these are probably about $5,000, okay? And I got this with store credit, and I had gotten rid of a whole bunch of stuff at a music store. A friend of mine up in Keene, New Hampshire, called Retro Music. I had a bunch of stuff up there on consignment, and they sold a bunch of it, so I just went in and said, I'll take that. And I picked up another guitar while I was there as well. I'll show you that later, next episode. But I'd had my eye out for one of these for a long time. And this was, I would say, hardly used, if used at all. It was absolutely flawless. Plus it came with a hard shell case, which was nice. And I paid, when all was said and done, I paid around $250 for it. But of course, a lot of that was credit, store credit. It's a great thing when you have a lot of stuff piled up here, like I do, and you want to kind of move things out. You take them to a music store. They get their cut, which is fine. They're businessmen, and I'm a businessman, and I appreciate the fact that they exist, and I'm willing to give them, their due. But it just saves the hassle of having people come to your house. You put it up on Marketplace, and the next thing you know, you got people showing up, and it just, I don't know. I like the idea of a store. Some kid looking for an inexpensive guitar can come in and play a few and try them out and see what he thinks and spend some time making a decision and come back a few times if he needs to, because it's a store. Try it through different amplifiers and everything, much better process than them, seeing the ad on Facebook. And I just did this. I just bought a piece of equipment on Facebook, and you go to the guy's house, and they're very nice, and it's really great to meet these new people. But if you have a lot of stuff for sale, you get a lot of people coming to your house, and it becomes kind of like a chore. So the idea behind going with the music store is just they handle all that. And that's what they're in business to do, is to put stuff out there, let people see it, play it, check it out, think about it, come back, put a deposit down on it, lay away, They could even trade something in on it, I mean, it's a lot of variables the way it works, and that's why we love music stores, and it works for me. So yeah, I got the credit, went in, picked up a couple of things, and I'm very happy with this. This is it for me. This is what I've really been looking for. A super light, single cutaway, full-bodied P90s. I've got a Firefly here, which is very similar, and I think I've done a review of it. And it's a great guitar as well. It just has a thicker neck. This has the Guild neck that I've been using on my D50 for the last 50 years, So, so this guitar just felt like very familiar, very friendly to me, and my hand fits it perfectly, and the strings bend really easily, and it sounds great. Made in China. The little tag is gone, but I'm assuming China. It could be Indonesia, but beautiful guitar. I highly recommend. Especially if you've got an issue, a back issue, and you don't want the heavy guitars, and you're just going to be standing up for a couple of hours. This is your friend. It's lighter than a 335. It's just fantastic, and it's got a great tone. Great tone. I'm not going to do anything to this guitar except play it. And it's got a brand new hardshell case. So, with that, I'm going to say thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. I'll bring the other guitar I picked up at the music store, which I've also had my eye on for a long time. We'll do that in the next episode. And I'll give you a hint. It's a Firebird. And I love Firebirds too, even though they are a little bit big and they are kind of heavy, but they're a blast. So with that, if you like what you're seeing, subscribe. Keep getting subscribers. Thank you all for subscribing. It really helps. I'm trying to get to somewhere with this. This is episode 38, I think. And my lucky number, 38. And join, leave a comment, share it. Check out, I got music below that's linked. You can, I don't know if the links work. I think you might have to kind of go to Spotify yourself and just put in my name and it'll all turn up. I got a lot of stuff out there. And hey, keep rocking out. What can I say? And thanks again for the sweatshirt from one fan. And different fans sent the logo. And I'm going to get some t-shirts made, and we'll have them up here. You can pick them up. Merch. We'll have some merch here before you know it, couple of weeks, in a couple of episodes. So with that, from Woodstock, New York, Michael Veitch, Woodstock Guitar Guy. Peace, love. See you next time.
Bye.